The latest legal battles of the pandemic could be around the corner as more employers mandate vaccines.
It certainly sounds as though there are a lot of people who are looking to use religious exemptions as a reason to not get the COVID vaccine now that their employers are going to require them to get it.
Attorney Chris Jackson says employers must make sure decisions around religious exemptions fall under Title VII of the Civil Rights Act that says they must give exemptions for religious beliefs that are sincerely held.
And the law is clear that this exemption only applies for religious beliefs. It does not apply if you have merely a political or a philosophical objection to the vaccine.
While no major U.S. religious organization objects to the COVID-19 vaccine, a CU Boulder professor of women and Jewish studies says that might not matter. Samira Mehta says the law recognizes the gap between what a church says and how a parishioner practices.
And that gets sticky in something like a vaccine mandate, because we've said that it can be individual and it can be quirky and it doesn't have to appear logical and it can be new. All of those things are actually written into how we think about this. And it doesn't need to be supported by a religious institution. And so it doesn't even need then to be supported by your religious institution.
Debating whether or not someone's belief is sincere is one way Jackson says exemptions could land in court. Another could be how an employer treats people with one. United Airlines recently announced anyone with a religious exemption will be put on temporary unpaid leave, while people with medical exemptions get paid leave.
Even if somebody has a sincerely held religious belief, the employer doesn't have to do whatever that employee wants. What they're required to do is make a reasonable accommodation. And the question about what counts as a reasonable accommodation really does vary depending on the particular case.
Katie Eastman, 9 News.
The city of Denver says their reason for denying exemptions to 57 employees so far is confidential. The deadline for city employees and other private sector workers in Denver to be vaccinated is September 30th. The mayor has said if people don't comply, they may be fired.